See students, all the chordate animals are grouped under a single phylum and the name of that phylum is Chordata. And then this phylum is further divided into three subphyla. So first one, that is Urochordata, second is Cephalochordata and Vertebrata. Now Urochordata are that kind of subphyla which belongs to the phylum Chordata, and the characteristics of the Urochordata is that notochord will be present in tail region and only into the larval stage. That means whenever that Urochordata animals, the organisms which belongs to Urochordata subphylum, are going to be into their larval stage, at that time only notochord will be present, and that too into the tail region. And as that larvae will turn into an adult, that notochord will be disappear. So this is the characteristic feature of Urochordata. Then in Cephalochordata, notochord will be present from head to tail region, and right from the larval stage till an adult stage. So this is the characteristic of Cephalochordata. And in Vertebrata, notochord will be replaced by vertebral column. Now this vertebral column, it surrounds the spinal cord. So as we human beings or the other higher animals have a vertebral column, in the same way, because we belongs to this subphyla Vertebrata, so this is a characteristic feature of Vertebrata in which the notochord will be replaced by the vertebral column. Then this subphylum Vertebrata is further divided into 6 classes, that is Cyclostomata, Pisces, Amphibia, Reptilia, Aves and Mammalia. So now you can see this tree diagram over here, that kingdom Animalia is subdivided into two subkingdom, that is non-chordates and chordates. Then this non-chordates are divided into 10 phylum. So first is Protozoa, Porifera, Cnidaria, Coelenterata, Platyhelminthes, Excelminthes, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata and Hemichordata. And then this subkingdom chordate is divided into a single phylum, that is Chordata. That means all the animals from the subkingdom chordates will be grouped into single phylum, that is Chordata. And then this phylum Chordata is further divided into the subphylum Urochordata. So in this Urochordata, notochord will be present only into the larval stage, and that too only into the tail region. In Cephalochordata, notochord will be present from head to tail region, from larval stage till an adult stage. Then in Vertebrata, notochord will be replaced by vertebral column, and then this Vertebrata is further divided into Cyclostomata, Pisces, Amphibia, reptiles, aves and Mammalia. So we the human beings belong to this class Mammalia. Now this system of animal classification was in practice till now. However, nowadays new system of classification is followed. We will study this new system of classification in brief. So this is all given over here. There are certain criteria of animal classification, and we have already studied in class 8 that how Robert Whittaker has classified the organism, and he used various criteria like complexity of cell structure, mode of nutrition, phylogenetic relationship. So now we'll be using the criteria. So this system of classification was based on other criteria also, like body organization, body symmetry, body cavity, germinal layers and segmentation, that we shall study in detail. So body organization, I've taught you that from a single, the unit of life is cell, and from that cell tissues are made, from tissues organs are made, from organs organ systems are made, and from various organ systems one organism is made. So this is the meaning of body organization. Then body symmetry means repetition of part in a particular way. So we will study further that what kind of symmetries are there of various organism. It can be bilateral symmetry, it can be symmetrical symmetry, it can be asymmetrical symmetry, like that. Then body cavity is a space in an organism's body. So our human body, if we talk about our human body, it consists of 4 cavities, that is dorsal body cavity, then thoracic cavity, abdominal cavity and pelvic cavity. Then germinal layers are there, that we shall see further. And then segmentation, whether the body is consisting of any layers or whether it is divided into segments, like that. So on all these criteria, animals are classified further, what we shall study into detail. Now, criteria for new system of classification. So here it is grades of organization. So first grade is protoplasmic grade organization. So here example is given in the form of amoeba and paramecium. We all know that this amoeba and paramecium are unicellular organism, that is these are made up of single cell, and that single cell will carry out the entire life function of that organism. So as there is presence of only single cell, such kind of organisms are said to be belong to the protoplasmic grade organization. And now the meaning of protoplasm over here is that the protoplasm will consist of cytoplasm and cell organelles, because into a cell, whatever the background structure is there of the cell, in which all the cell organelles are embedded, these are known as cytoplasm. And then in that cytoplasm, various cell organelles like mitochondria, lysosomes, nucleus, centrioles, vacuoles, all the cell organelles are going to be present. So protoplasm consists of cytoplasm and cell organelles. So that is why these organisms, as these are made up of only single cells, are known to be belonging to the protoplasmic grade organization. And the next grade given over here is cellular grade organization, that we shall see further.